Hello, everybody. I'm Paolo Petrocelli from Rome, Italy, and I'm very happy and pleased to share the outcomes of the discussion that we had with a group of fantastic people, Antonia from Germany, Edric from Malta, Nujaida from Oman, Rim from Syria, Karim from Palestine, and Magdalena from Poland. Sorry, guys, if I will improvise a little bit on what we have actually discussed, but first of all, I'm a musician, so I love to improvise a little bit, but also after having heard such fruitful and inspiring discussion today, of course, I'm still processing all the ideas, and of course, we knew already that in 30 minutes it's difficult to come up with a proper project idea, but I hope that this group of people will inspire the audience, and hopefully we will be able to join forces in order to make something great together. So we were actually inspired by the Unite for Heritage campaign of UNESCO, and so about, of course, the mission, the common mission that we are facing in Europe and the Middle East, how we actually can celebrate and safeguard our cultural heritage. So we come up with the idea that we will really encourage UNESCO to create a Euro-Arabe movement, of course taking also inspiration from this amazing group of people that are sitting here in the first row, a Euro-Arab movement of young people for the promotion of an innovative and creative dialogue through the mutual knowledge of the heritage, both historical heritage and contemporary heritage. And in fact, we are totally aware about the issue, of course, also of developing a more contemporary idea in the young generation of the heritage. Of course, we identified a gap, a distance between the young generations and the heritage, both towards the historical heritage. For instance, in Italy, the young people are used, of course, to walk in the streets of historical cities, but they don't really feel feelings for this amazing heritage. And at the same time, young people sometimes don't understand the responsibility that they have in creating the culture of today, which will become the heritage of tomorrow. So this Euro-Arab movement could be the protagonist of a twinning program of cultural exchanges between Euro-Arab countries. So the idea is to create opportunities of connection, of interaction between different countries of Europe and the Arab world in order to develop the following project. So a 2 years program of exchange of information first through social media, through the web, so through the use of technology, in order to storytell our heritage with a more comprehensible language for the young people. And of course, again, Unite for Heritage is a point of reference in this sense, but we think we can implement into this platform of Unite for Heritage a more creative approach from the Euro-Arab movement. So the first part of the project basically will be an interaction, a remotely interaction between the two group of people, let's say between Italy and Oman, for instance. So they will start interacting through social media, through web, and basically they will produce contents, creative contents, photos, stories, why not songs or drawings that will help to narrate our heritage from one side, and of course, on the other hand, will help the other group of people to get familiar with the heritage of this specific country. Second step will be the actual cultural exchange. So we do hope we will be able, through the support of our partners, to actually realize real visits in those countries. So the European fellows will visiting the Arab fellows and vice versa. What they will do? They will have, of course, the opportunity to interact, to connect each other. And we all know this is the most important thing that we need. And we also, I think that we are sharing the same feeling that we would have loved to have more time to interact everyone with each other. So during the visit, they will have the opportunity to interact, to see, of course, the heritage that they were actually reading of seeing of through the contents that were shared before. And they will have the opportunity together, so as one group, to create new contents, creative contents that will actually be shared later on social media again. So we start from social media, we interact, and then again, we share the results on social media. This is, I think, a creative process that will help to share knowledge, share understanding, and also share UNESCO and the Unite for Heritage campaign to be actually more powerful around the young generations. The risks, of course, are difficulties in financing this project, and of course, to expand this project also in some, for instance, areas of conflict might be difficult. But of course, thanks to the partnership that we may develop, thanks also to the support of UNESCO, we may face all these actually difficulties. Thanks to the participation, involvement of national organization, and of course political support, and the participation also, of course, on NGOs and local organizations. As a startup, we don't have a problem of the costs because, as I said, the first part of the project will take place through social media. To be very concrete, I love to be very concrete, I'm representing here the Youth Committee. I'm the president of the Youth Committee of the Italian National Commission for UNESCO, and I will be very glad to commit myself and all my 300 members to be one of the first countries involved in this project. I see actually we should be very, very optimistic here and take courage, also the young personalities here to really join forces. So it's really up to each of us to create the conditions for our project to become reality. Thanks a lot.